In this video, we'll present the CTERA Zones features. CTERA Zones allows enterprises to dynamically segment their global file system into any number of logical units to prevent internal data leakage between groups and ensure data sovereignty compliance. IT administrators can define zones by relevant geographic or department criteria and tag folders and users to assign dynamic access in each zone. Users are prevented from accessing any folder in the global namespace that does not belong to their defined zone. Folders can be shared between multiple zones. Now let's move on to the demo. In the demo, we'll see how certain folders are visible only on specific edge filers, and on the other hand, there's content which is visible to both. As you can see here, France Finance, France HR, and France Marketing folders are visible only to the France Edge filer, but the software distribution folder is available to both the France Edge filer and the Germany Edge filer. Now let's move on to the actual demo. First, we'll look at the CTERA Portal Administration Console for the Team Virtual Portal we want to define zones for. In order to define and access zones, we'll select the Folders tab and then the Zones section. Zones are defined at the Team Portal level for edge filers connected to this portal. Once defined, the edge filer has no access to any folder in the portal that is not defined as belonging to that zone. As you can see, there are two types of zones that are generated automatically: all folders and no folders. All folders is the default zone that includes all the folders in the edge filers associated with the portal. The whole global namespace is included in this zone. No folders is a zone that doesn't include any folders. Now, in the next example, we'll use two edge filers that we have: France Edge filer and Germany Edge filer. Using the Zones feature, we will be able to determine what content will be visible to them from the entire global namespace. So we'll start by adding two new zones to reflect geographical locations, France and Germany, and we'll add content that we want each to have access to. We'll add the zone's name and description and decide which folders are included in the zone. In this example, we'll add 3 folders that would be part of the France zone, which are France Finance, France HR, and France Marketing. This means that an edge filer, currently the France Edge filer, that is part of the France zone, will be able to see these 3 folders. Next, we'll define the Germany zone, set the name, description, and the folders that are included. In this case, those would be 3 folders: Germany Finance, Germany HR, and Germany Marketing. This means that an edge filer, currently the German Edge filer, that is part of the Germany zone, will be able to see these 3 folders. We can see that the 2 new zones are part of the zones list, and we can also see which edge filers are defined for each one. Now let's edit the No Folders zone and remove the France and Germany edge filers from it, so that they are exposed only to the folders defined in the France and Germany zones, respectively. Last, we'll create a global zone that will expose data to all of our edge filers worldwide. In our case, software packages for global distribution, and we'll call it Global Zone. As part of the zone creation process, we'll attach all of our edge filers to it. In this case, the France edge filer and the Germany edge filer. Now, once the zones are fully defined, let's take a look at the content that is available to the users connecting to the edge filer. We'll access the edge filers through Windows Explorer. First, we'll take a look at the France edge filer and can see that it has all of the folders that we've assigned to it in the France zone: France Finance, France HR, and France Marketing. In addition to that, it also has access to the Global Zone and software distribution packages. Next, we'll take a look at the Germany edge filer. You can see that it has all of the folders that we've assigned to it in the Germany zone: Germany Finance, Germany HR, and Germany Marketing. In addition to that, it also has access to the Global Zone, which contains packages for software distribution.